welcome to the morning con call. We start with technical and derivatives outlook. So in yesterday's session, we saw that Nifty has again made a day's high at 18,389 level, but at the close, it almost closed below 18,300 level at 18,297. So what we are observing for the last couple of days, the Nifty is making a new high as compared to the previous day high, but then there is a sharp momentum is missing. Though we are saying that we are looking at the 18,600, 18,800 on the higher side, but that spurt and the momentum is slowing down. And if you look at the weekly and the monthly charts, the bias is positive, and we have a strong upside view. So since weekly and monthly charts are positive, we believe this daily what we are seeing sideways consolidation will sooner or later will take the breakout on the higher side, and we should be heading higher. So on the downside, 18,200, 18,100 is the other levels from where the demand, where we can see the demand. So anytime when the market see corrections close to this, I think there it will find support and the buying will come. Only if 18,000 level is broken down, then in the near term there can be a loss of momentum, and then we will need to review the overall view. But then as long as 18,000 levels are ahead, I think the market will keep seeing the buying at lower levels. So for the month of May, we are having a positive view, and slowly and steadily 18,060, 18, first level is 18,600 is what I believe should be retested. Uh, and on a very directionally, 17,800 level is the level. If that is broken, then maybe this entire view will be negated. Same with the Bank Nifty. So what we are observing, Bank Nifty, when the Nifty was making a new high, the Bank Nifty never made a new high during the current week. So it is still trading within the range of the previous week. So Bank Nifty, the larger range is 43,700 to 42,500. Bank Nifty is also very positive. Bank Nifty, overall, if you see the Bank Nifty structure, Bank Nifty is outperforming Nifty. Bank Nifty, for overall, we are having a view of 45,000. So, but the trigger will come at above 43,500. So, whenever the Bank Nifty closes above, for example, today is Friday, and we see a weekly close above 43,500, then another 1,500 points will open up immediately on the higher side. So bias for both the indices is positive. Lower levels should be viewed as a buying opportunity. Yesterday we saw that Axis Bank and IndusInd Bank, there were some buying in the counter. Axis Bank is at the support level. So again, Axis Bank can be kept on the watch list. Followed by Axis Bank, even ICICI Bank is also positive. So these are the counters from the heavyweights can be from the bank Nifty we can keep a watch. Beside this, from the PSU side, SBI, Canara Bank, and Bank of Baroda are the three counters which we are positive, and I think decline should be viewed as a buying opportunity. Coming to derivatives data, so in yesterday's session, we saw Nifty futures has seen a short build up to the tune of 5.14%, which was an addition of 6.41 lakh shares. The put call ratio has declined from 1.11 to 0.98. So this has added a little bit of weakness. The major additions were seen at 18,200 and 200 put options. So this will be the support. And on the higher side, 18,300 call option and 18,400 call option. So this will act as a resistance. Bank Nifty has seen a long build up to the tune of 8.45%. It's an addition of 2.16 lakh shares. The PCR gained from 0.91 to 1.03 ratio. So this is sign of strength. The major additions were seen in 43,000 put option. So this will be the support, and at the resistance 43,600. So that will be act as a 43,600 call option. So this will act as a resistance. So net from the derivatives point of view, it's a mixed data, but then technically we believe sooner or later we should be heading higher. So bias is positive, decline should be viewed as a buying opportunity. Lastly, the stock specific data, say JK Cement and Gujarat Gas are looking very strong on chart. There was volume pickup in yesterday's session, followed by TCI, which is again a positive counter. And after a very long time, HUL is coming out of its sideways range consolidation. So maybe in near term, HUL will be one counter which may perform the way ITC has performed. So we do need to keep a watch on that. Lastly, from the IT space, HCL Tech is one which has given a weekly breakout. So, in IT space, as of yesterday's data, we do like HCL Tech. So that's all from mine, and hand over to Bunty sir for more research updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridges sir. Good morning, team. Few updates from my side. Starting with the results. First to the IT, the Zensar. Zensar has reported inline revenue, but however, margin was above expectation. The company has reported 450 bips Q1Q expansion in gross margins to 31.9%, mainly due to higher offshoring, which was up 170 bips to 46.4%. Higher utilization up 380 bips to 81.4%, and lower pass-through revenues, which was around 1.49%. Sequential growth in terms of verticals was led by insurance plus 8%, followed by high tech plus 7.5%, manufacturing plus 4%. However, consumer services, banking, and emerging verticals declined by 13%, 2%, and 7% respectively. In terms of geography, US was up 1.4% Q1Q, Africa was up 4.3% Q1Q, which was offset by 5.7% Q1Q decline in Europe. US $5 million plus clients increased by one quarter on quarter to 29 clients, while US $10 million plus client decreased by one to 14 clients. LTM attrition moderated to 19.8% versus 22.8% Q1Q. So overall, strong set of numbers, and we have a buy rating on this stock. Next is on the Eicher Motors. Eicher Motor has reported highest ever quarterly revenue as well as net profit. Revenue grew by 19% on a YY basis, while profit grew by 18% on a YY basis, which was led by robust volume growth. Overall numbers were in line with the consensus estimates. EBITDA margin stood at 24.5%, which was up 150 bips because of price increases and commodity tailwinds. The company continues to service highly encouraging response to new launches. Further, management continues to remain focused on expanding distribution and service network and deliver consistent uptime for consumers, and aiming to take Hunter 350 to Tier 2, 3 and rural market in coming quarters. We built revenue and PAT CAGR of 16 and 21% respectively over 23-25. We maintain our buy rating with a revised target price of 4,000 rupees. Next is on the Siemens. The revenue grew by 28%, EBITDA grew by 32%, and PAT grew by 43%. So overall, strong set of numbers, and that was above the consensus estimates. And the plus point is that the revenue growth was strong across all the major segments, as well as EBITDA margins remain steady at 12.8%. The company also booked the new orders of around 31,151 crores in Q2, which included an order of 25,450 crores of 900 HP locomotive project. Consequently, new orders in Q2 grew by 8% on a comparable basis. Substantial tendering by the Indian Railways and continued apex expansion infrastructure led by central government spending. Private sector capex mainly in cement, steel, data centers, intra-logistics, and EV vehicle market segment. So we believe the results were very strong, and we should keep a watch on Siemens as the results were very positive. Next is on the news basis on the G. NCLT has asked BSE, NSE to review the approval provided to G and Sony merger, as SEBI has passed an order in connection with Sripur Gold Refinery Fund Diversion case, of which Goenka family is the beneficial owner. SEBI had received complaints that loans taken by Sripur had not been used for operation, but were siphoned off to companies under the control of Goenka family. Sripur's promoter is Jainir Infrapower, which is part of the SL Group. Order states that 400 crores were diverted between 2019 to 2021 for the benefit of connected entities whose beneficiary is the Goenka family. So next hearing will be on 16 June. This news or this does not bodes well for the Z, as it will further delay the merger and the hangover will remain on the stock as such. Lastly, on the Indian hotels, we have attended Indian Hotels Capital Market Day to understand the company's strategy and growth vision in medium term. After the robust FY23 performance on all operational parameters, management commentary on upgrading growth targets set under earlier Avan 2025 was exhilarating. We believe Indian Hotels is on the verge on the moving to the next orbit of growth, aided by the strong foundation the company has laid over the years. Strong industry dynamics on occupancy and ADR, Indian hotels' presence across the key markets through diversified brands, superior growth momentum of new business momentum, segments like AMA and Chambers, changing landscape of Ginger on scale and profitability, and healthy balance sheet should pave the way for Indian hotels' next leg of growth story. We maintain the buy rating on the stock and we are very much bullish with a target price of 430 rupees. That's it from my side. Over to you, Shantanu.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, starting with a couple of economic news, the Commerce Ministry has stepped in to cut India's ballooning trade deficit with Russia, asking all export promotion councils to identify additional products of India can sell to Russia to expand its own exports. According to government data, India's trade deficit with Russia reached $34.79 billion between April 2022 to Jan 2023, which was helped by India's purchase of Russian crude oil. Russia, which was India's 25th largest trading partner in FY22, has now risen to be the second behind only China. Next is that Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi will visit Gujarat on Friday to launch projects worth nearly rupees 4,400 crores and also allot houses built under the central government's housing scheme to 19,000 beneficiaries. He will attend the Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Sangh in Gandhinagar and visit Gift City as well. During this program in Gandhinagar, Modi will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of development projects worth over rupees 2,450 crores. This will include projects of Urban Development Department, Water Supply Department, Road and Transport Department, and Mines and Minerals Department. The next news is about Hindustan Copper, where the company on Thursday said that it plans to raise around rupees 548 crores through various financial routes. A proposal in this regard will be taken up at the company's board meeting next week, that is on May 19th. In a regulatory filing, the company said that its board will consider recommendation for seeking approval of shareholders to raise funds by the issue of equity shares through qualified institutional placement method to the extent of 9,69,76,680 equity shares of face value of rupees 5 each of the company in one or more tranches. The board will also seek approval of shareholders to offer, issue, and allot secured and secured or unsecured non-convertible debentures or bonds on private placement basis up to rupees 500 crores. Coming to the next news related to ONGC, where the company has discovered crude oil and natural gas in 2 blocks in Mumbai offshore. The discoveries which have been named Amrit and Munga were made in the blocks that the company won in the recent open acreage licensing rounds. The next news is related to Jai Bharat Maruti, the joint venture company owned by JBM Group and Maruti Suzuki India, will be setting up 2 new manufacturing plants in Haryana and Gujarat to cater to the requirements of its key customers, Maruti Suzuki, in both the regions. These plants will be commissioned at Kharkhoda Sonipat in Haryana and SMG Suppliers Park in Gujarat. The company will invest rupees 300 to 350 crores in a phased manner. Coming to some results, the first results are related to Mahindra and Mahindra, where the utility vehicle maker announced 18.5% year-on-year growth in production at 58,644 units for the month of April, while sales grew by 40.9% year-on-year to rupees 60,481 units. However, exports dropped 32.9% at 1,813 units compared to year-ago period. The next news is related to Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, where the bank on Thursday reported a more than two-fold jump in its March quarter net profit to rupees 309.50 crores, which was helped by higher core income and a write-back in provisions. It posted a net profit of rupees 1,099 crore for FY23 as against a loss of rupees 414 crores in the year ago period. For the reporting quarter, its core net interest income grew by 36% to rupees 738 crores on a 33% increase in the loan book and limited by a 0.85% narrowing in the net interest margin. The other income increased to rupees 179 crore from rupees 149 crore in the year ago period. Its managing director and chief executive, Ithira Davis, said that the bank is targeting to decrease the proportion of micro loans from the present 71% and the 5 to 6 percentage point dip will lead to further crimping in the net interest margin to 9% in FY24. The next news is about Aditya Birla Capital, where the company on Thursday reported a 35% increase in the consolidated net profit to rupees 609 crore in the March quarter. It had earned a net profit of rupees 450 crores in the year ago period. During the quarter, the company's total income rose to rupees 8,052 crores against rupees 6,620 crores a year ago. The operating profit increased to rupees 832 crores during the fourth quarter of year 2022-23 from rupees 608 crore a year ago. The final news is about Dr. Lalpath Labs. The company on Thursday said that its consolidated profit after tax declined 8% to rupees 57 crore during the March quarter. It had reported a net profit of rupees 62 crore in the same quarter last year. Revenue from operations rose to rupees 491 crores for the fourth quarter as compared to rupees 485 crores during the last year. For the year ended 31st March 2023, the company reported a consolidated net profit of rupees 241 crores as against rupees 350 crores last year. The company said that its board has recommended a final dividend of rupees 6 per share, that is around 60% on the face value of rupees 10 per share for the year ended 31st March 2023. So this was all from my side. Now handing it over to Hitendra.
Yeah, thank you and good morning everyone. So मैं स्टॉल को एक बार हिंदी में करने के स्टार्ट कर दे सकता है नतीजे के नतीजे दिखे तो इनलाइन थे और मार्जिन्स हमारे एक्सपेक्टेशंस के ऊपर थे रेवेन्यू देखा जाए तो 150 मिलियन के आसपास का था ईयर ऑन ईयर पर क्वार्टर में 3% का ड्रॉप था ईयर ऑन ईयर में 1.1 का राइज था सीसी ग्रोथ में देखा जाए 0.4 का हमें ग्रोथ की हुई है एबिट मार्जिन देखा जाए तो 449 पिप्स का जंप देखा जो कि 11.5% के आसपास है पैट देखा जाए तो क्वार्टर देखा जाए तो 55% का जंप था और वाई पे 8.1% का डिक्लाइन था ओवरऑल हम देख रहे हैं तो वर्टिकल सेल देख रहे हैं तो सबसे अच्छा इंश्योरेंस है इसके 8% की ग्रोथ मिली है सेकेंड हाईटेक सेगमेंट है जिसमें 7.5% और लास्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इसमें 4% की ग्रोथ आई है ओवरऑल अगर हम ज्योग्राफी वाइज देख रहे हैं तो यूएस सेक्टर में 1.5% का ग्रोथ दिखा है अफ्रीका में 4% का और जो ऑफसेट किया गया है 5.5 से डिक्लाइन का वो यूरोप से है तो ये पूरा ग्रोथ डिक्लाइन मतलब ऑफसेट हो चुकी है और क्लाइंट्स एडिशन में देखेंगे तो क्वार्टर 29 क्लाइंट्स ऐड किए इन्होंने जिनके यूएस 10 मिलियन प्लस के क्लाइंट्स जो डिक्रीज हुए हैं एक से जो कि 14 क्लाइंट्स है एट्रिशन देख रहे हैं वो भी थोड़ा सा एट्रिशन में थोड़ी सी गिरावट हुई देखी करेंटली 23% से गिर के 19% जाएगा ओवरऑल रिजल्ट्स अच्छे थे एक्शन मोटर के भी नतीजे देखे तो जो हाईएस्ट एवर का क्वार्टरली रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट देखा जाए रेवेन्यू जंप हुआ 19% जो कि इसमें वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ के देखा जाए तो 18% के आसपास था और नंबर्स देख रहे हैं तो एबिट मार्जिन देखा 24.5% का है सिक्वेंशियली जिसमें 150 बिप्स का जंप देखा गया और जब मैनेजमेंट ने कहा कि बेसिकली इसमें जो कमोडिटी प्राइसेस की जो कीमत कम होने की वजह से जो टेबलेट्स हुई उसी के चलते एबिटा मार्जिन में जंप आते हुए देखा गया है और उनको लग रहा है कि जो 100 की 350 की डिलीवरीज है टीयर 2 टीयर 3 सिटी और रूरल मार्केट में उसको अच्छे से वो ग्रोथ मिल रही है पिकअप मिल रहा है तो हमने हमारा रेवेन्यू पैड की अगर एस्टिमेट को 60 से 21% से रिस्पेक्टिवली किया और प्राइस स्टॉक को किया गया है रिवाइज टारगेट प्राइस 4000 का सीमेंस के भी नतीजा है रेवेन्यू बेटा पैड तीनों देखे जाए तो तीनों एक्सट्रीमली अच्छे थे 28% 32% 43% का जंप होते हुए देखा गया स्ट्रॉन्ग रिजल्ट से सारे पैरामीटर्स भी अच्छे थे जो इंटरनल सेगमेंट्स में देखे जाए उसमें भी हम देख रहे हैं ऑलमोस्ट 13% हर एक सेगमेंट में ग्रोथ आते हुए देखा एबिट मार्जिन देखा जाए तो क्लोज टू 11% है कंपनी ने देखा जाए तो ऑर्डर बुक अगर हम देख रहे थे 31,150 करोड़ की नहीं टोटल ऑर्डर बुक है इसमें से 25,500 करोड़ जो है वो एचपी लोकोमोटिव, 9,000 करोड़ की एचपी लोकोमोटिव है, बाकी रेस्ट ऑर्डर पे है। नई ऑर्डर देखते हैं 8.1% से ग्रोथ हुआ कंपैरेबल बेसिस में, और उसमें सब्सटेंशियल इंडियन रेलवे ने कंटिन्यू किया कैपेक्स के चलते। सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की भी जो स्पेंडिंग है प्राइवेट सेक्टर के चलते हुए इस सेगमेंट में इनको अच्छी खासी बूस्ट मिली है, तो ओवरऑल स्टॉक्स अच्छे से चल सकता है। जी के लिए थोड़ी सी नेगेटिव न्यूज है। एनसीएलटी ने एनएससी बीएससी कहा कि जो अप्रूवल प्रोवाइड किया जी और सोनी को उसको एक बार स्टॉप कर देना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो कोर्ट है फाइनली शेयरपोर्ट में उनको वहाँ पे फंड डाइवर्जन केस दिख रहा है, 400 करोड़ के आसपास का फंड डाइवर्जन हुआ है, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि इनडायरेक्टली गोयनका फैमिली के पास गया है, जो कि जेएनयू इंफ्रा पावर जो कि पार्ट ऑफ एसएल ग्रुप है, और ये 2019 से 2021 का है। तो ओवरऑल नेक्स्ट हियरिंग इनकी 16 जून की है, तो ओवरऑल ये पॉजिटिव नहीं रह सकता है न्यूज के लिए। हमें थोड़ा सा स्टॉक में कट आते हुए दिख सकते हैं। इंडियन होटल्स की भी हमने मीट अटेंड की थी, यहाँ पे उन्हें कंपनी ने कहा कि अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी और ग्रोथ बताएंगे, ग्रोथ बताया मीडियम और लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। उन्होंने कि जो आवन 2025 है, जो कि वो टारगेट्स उन्होंने अचीव करके टारगेट्स अचीव करना चाहते हैं, और आईएचसी लग रही वर्ज पे है, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट ऑर्बिट में जा सकता है, जहाँ से स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन उन्हें लग रही है अगले कुछ सालों में अपनी सेट करते हुए। बेसिकली इस सेगमेंट में देखा जाए तो इनका क्यूमे नामा और चेंबर और जो चेंजिंग लैंडस्केप है जिंजर का, और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी देख रहे हैं, और बैलेंस शीट भी इनकी बहुत अच्छी है। सो हमें लगता है जो नेक्स्ट ग्रोथ ऑफ स्टोरी है ये आईएचसी में यहाँ से टर्न अराउंड हो सकता है। सो हमने हमारी प्राइस को भी थोड़ा सा रिवाइज किया है 430 के टारगेट के साथ। नेक्स्ट इकोनॉमी के भी देखेंगे, जो जो रशिया का और रशिया इंडिया का जो ट्रेड डेफिसिट है बहुत ही नेगेटिव हो गया, 34.7 बिलियन डॉलर्स का ट्रेड डेफिसिट हो गया है। तो इंडियन एक्सपोर्ट काउंसिल ने कहा कि हमें कुछ ऐसे देखने जो कि रशिया को एक्सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, ट्रेड डेफिसिट को नैरो कर सकते हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी आज गुजरात विजिट करेंगे और 4,400 करोड़ की नई प्रोजेक्ट को लॉन्च करना चाहते हैं, जो 19,000 बेनिफिशियरियों का ये गिफ्ट सिटी के आसपास होने वाला है। हिंदुस्तान कॉपर ने कहा कि वो फंड रेज करना चाहती है 550 करोड़ के आसपास, और वीडियो से अलग ग्रुप से वो फंड रेज करेंगे। ओएनजीसी ने कहा कि उन्होंने एक नया क्रूड ऑयल और एक नेचुरल गैस का 2 ब्लॉक डिस्कवर किया है, मुंबई ऑफशोर में किया है, जिसका नाम अमृत और मूंगा रखा गया है, और ये कंपनी ने वन किया है एक्रीज लाइसेंसिंग राउंड्स पे। जय भारत मारुति, जो कि मारुति सुजुकी और जीवीएम ग्रुप की टाइप है, उन्होंने एक सेटअप की है 2 नए मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटीज, जो कि हरियाणा और गुजरात स्टेट्स में है, और इसमें की कस्टमर मारुति सुजुकी रहेगा दोनों रीजन में। और ये प्लान बेसिकली कमीशन किया है खारकोड़ा सोनीपत में, और जो कि एसएमटी सप्लायर पार्क गुजरात में। जो कंपनी इन्वेस्ट करेगा 300-350 करोड़ फीस पैनल। डीसीडब्ल्यू की मैनेजमेंट ने कहा कि उन्होंने रीअपॉइंटमेंट किया प्रमोद कुमार श्रीएम प्रसाद जैन को, जो कि एज सीएमडी रहेंगे अगले 3 साल के लिए, जो कि नवंबर और 2023 से रहेंगे। महिंद्रा महिंद्रा की भी ऑटोनोमस की अपडेट आया है। उन्होंने कहा कि जो अप्रैल मंथ की जो सेल देख रहे हैं वो 18.5% से ग्रोथ हुई है। प्रोडक्शन देखा जाए 58,644 यूनिट हुआ है, और आफ्टर की जो सेल्स ग्रोथ देख रहे हैं 40% जो कि 4,481 है। और एक्सपोर्ट्स में थोड़ा सा सुस्ताते हुए देखिए, जो कि 33% के आसपास, जो कि 1,813 यूनिट है कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस ईयर। उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक्स ने भी कहा कि रिपोर्ट किए जो नंबर्स उनके रिपोर्ट हुए थे, जो कि नेट प्रॉफिट है 309 करोड़ के, जो कि हायर इनकम और राइट बैक से चलते देखा गया है। ये पोस्टेड प्रॉफिट 1,099 करोड़ है FY23 के लिए, जबकि लॉस में किया था 414 करोड़ का। तो वाला अदर इनकम देख रहे थे 169 करोड़ का है, जो कि पहले 149 करोड़ का था। और बैंक ने कहा कि प्रेजेंटली 71% इनका जो टारगेट है वो माइक्रो लोन्स भी रहेगा, और 5 to 6% का पॉइंट हो सकता है थोड़ा सा आगे चलते हैं। जैसे नेट इंटरेस्ट मार्जिन का नेट जो है वो 9% पे है। आदित्य बिरला कैपिटल के भी नतीजे आए, 35% राइज देखा गया कंसर्न प्रॉफिट में, जो 609 करोड़ का है, और उन्होंने नेट प्रॉफिट अर्न किया था 450 करोड़ ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट ईयर। और कंपनी की टोटल इनकम 8,050 करोड़ से ग्रो हुई है। टोटल एवरेज देखा 620 करोड़ का। ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट भी देखा जाए 832 करोड़ का है, जो कि 4th क्वार्टर में है। डॉक्टर लाल पाटकर के नतीजे भी आए थे, नतीजे देख रहे हैं तो अगर हम प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स देखें तो पैट देखे तो 8% डिक्लाइन हुआ है 57 करोड़ का, और कंपनी ने 62 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट पोस्ट किया था। और रेवेन्यू देख रहे हैं तो 491 करोड़ का हुआ फॉर द 4th क्वार्टर कंपेयर टू 485 करोड़ का। ओवरऑल एकदम फ्लैटिश नतीजे थे, कुछ अच्छे नहीं थे। सो दैट्स इट फ्रॉम माय एंड। थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर रनिंग द मॉर्निंग कॉल को।